Afternoon, everybody. Out at the garden, I just spent the last couple hours taking care of the tomato plants. And I'll give you a panning view in a moment. The idea, excuse me, is to get rid of the plants, take all the green tomatoes to be able to make green tomato salsa, to make an Italian roasted green tomato sauce, things like that, okay? Fried green tomatoes, set them up, put them in the freezer. So we have some options here. So as we pan around, I will, as you can see, that's where the tomatoes were, okay? Now if you look close, you're still gonna see food in here. Like down here, you got some onions, okay? There's onions all the way up. Now on the other side, if you can see, like right here, for example, apologies, that's a nasturtium, okay? Now nasturtiums, we're gonna turn into a pesto later. I've cleared them out so that way what nasturtiums we have left that survived the drought, we'll be able to utilize the leaves to make a nice pesto out of, and we'll freeze that, okay? Now here, we got a tag. You gotta make sure when you break down your tomatoes that you remove any non-organic items. The metal cages, which you can see over there, the bamboo poles, any yarn or twist ties or anything that you use to tie up your tomato plants has to come out, okay? There's all our green tomatoes. So this bucket's about good size. It's a laundry basket. And these tomatoes are just too ripe to be called green. So I'm gonna put those on the table downstairs in the basement and let them ripen so that way we still have some tomatoes coming. So we still have Thai basil. We still have carrots. Now carrots, and they're spread, first of all, they're spread out all throughout the tomatoes. They were planted as an additional crop with the tomatoes for the pure and simple reason that carrots grow better in your tomatoes. They also come out sweeter. Sorry, I got a little dirt in my throat. It's very windy out here today. That right there is white sage. For those who follow a New Age belief or whatever, you use that to smudge your house. It's cleansing energies and things like that, okay? Not everybody subscribes to that. We do, okay? We smudge hopefully once a month. Sometimes we miss that, but sometimes we don't. We have zucchini, still coming. As you can see right there, these were planted when we first got in here, the third week of May. Sorry, and they're still producing. As you pick your zucchini, it will produce another zucchini. If you leave it on the plant, it will stop producing. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. So over here, to recap, in the tomato area, we've got Thai basil, we've got onions, we have nasturtiums. See right there? And don't forget on the nasturtiums, the flowers are edible. Okay? They're very peppery and tangy. They're really tasty in a salad or as a garnish on a plate. They work really well. Okay? There's our tomato plants. What I'm gonna do is once this tarp gets pulled back, I'm gonna lay that in so that way when they come and rototill the ground up, that can be here and it'll be ground in and we'll use it for some fertilizer. Over here, we have daikon radish. This is literally the only secondary crop that grew. As you can see, daikon radish right there, okay? And they're looking pretty good. Daikon radish are long white radishes that are used a lot in Thai or Oriental stir fries, okay? And over here we have baby bell peppers, kale. As you can see by that one there, the rabbits loved it, but I leave it there in case they want to eat off the same plant. And so far they actually have. It's very surprising to me. But anyways, those little plants right there in the front right there, that's jicama, okay? So we have jicama as a root vegetable. It's kind of like a cross between a water chestnut and an apple and a pear. It's really pretty tasty. And then over here we have Romanescu. I leave it planted in the hopes that it will produce. We really didn't get much. This was grown from seed, but it's worth a try. We picked all our cauliflower except for this one plant. It came in late, you know, it really did. We didn't get any cauliflower until, the last couple weeks, and it's usually an early spring crop. So over here we have broccoli, and we got a little friend of ours who is enjoying the broccoli crop. Get out of there. Now at this point, the main heads are gone, but we're getting the secondary heads, okay? And we're gonna play with those later. Every plant has them. So as we go around to here, and this was the squash. You remember all those big leaves? Well, there's no big leaves left anymore. They kind of died away. And as the vines die, or the plant or the fruit finishes, we remove the plants, okay? Down here, you can see these are really nice leaves. It looks like a brand new plant almost. So we're just gonna let this go. But what this is, you got a little squash right there. That is a French candy squash in its infancy, okay? So we got the radishes. And again, we have the radish pods. We have some butternut, watermelon, baby watermelons, more radishes. The acorn squash is done. The buttercup squash is done, but we still have monster radish plants going, so we're gonna let those go. And then more acorn. Right there is our lemongrass. And all the way down and around. You know, it's just watermelon, radishes, and butternut left in the squash plant area. Now over here, we also have our peanuts. Now the peanuts are coming, okay? They really are. As you can see right here, this right here on the peanut plant, that one didn't get in the ground, but others have. What that is that's a peg, okay? And when the pegs go in the ground, they grow peanuts. And that's how you get your peanuts, okay? The Brussels sprouts are coming, okay? We've got a few of those coming. Basil. We're gonna pull one of those plants today because I need, or at least some basil, because I need some for the green tomato sauce. We have eggplant. We got a few eggplants we've already picked. We got quite a bit more on the plant, so they're gonna stay. And you can see all the holes here. They all have tongue depressors. This is all secondary planting that we attempted, but the drought really just didn't let it happen. Even here, we planted more peas, and the drought was just brutal. Couldn't keep up, okay? And then last but certainly not least in the garden is peppers. When you look in there, let me get right in there. Those are Carolina Reaper peppers. And then on the other side is all sorts of jalapenos, okay? We got 4 good plants of jalapenos, 2 good plants of Reapers, and they're producing like crazy now. They're a later season plant, and they really they do what they gotta do. So anyways, we're starting to clean the garden up. It's a sad day. You know, it's always bittersweet when you break down the garden. You know, but at the same time, if that bird will come over here, I'll show it to you. It's enjoying the wind right now. Trying to catch him. I don't know that I got him. But anyways, red-tailed hawk, just not even flapping its wings. It's just riding the air currents, and it's awesome to watch. So that's live from the garden. It's bittersweet. But at the same time, you know, all things come to an end. Whether it's peanuts, jalapenos, reapers, or any of the Brussels. It's just the way it works. So from the garden, have a great day, folks. Take care.